This is Mr. Truck and Izzy for MrTruck.com. We're up here in Wyoming trying to get away from the wind. It may not happen. It's blowing like crazy in Colorado. So anyway, I'm going to throw the football to Izzy. She's going to run long, and we'll see if she can catch it.
I think it might blow away.
Might hit the horse out there. That'd be bad. Anyway, this is the 2022 GMC Yukon AT4. It's that off-road version. It's got air suspension. It's the smoothest ride I've been in a truck in a long time. My road's got washboards all the way to it. It's a sandy dirt road, and this thing would just fly and float over. It's wonderful. I'm so happy. But how much power do we have, Izzy?
420 horsepower and then 460 torque.
Cool. It's got a lot of power. Those are the two things that I love about this truck. It's the suspension. It floats on the air, and it's that power. And it's a 10-speed automatic. So it's awesome. So we're going to go out and show you all the things on this so we don't blow away or if the camera doesn't blow over or
yeah.
Who knows. It's just tricky. That's one thing about Colorado is you cannot pick your weather. You could either be a snow, a blizzard, a windstorm, a tornado. So we do the best we can. But right now we're hiding in our truck so we don't blow away. So I hope you can hear me. And we'll go over and try to show you the cool stuff about this because this has so many options, features that are just fun to see. So wait a minute. Oh, you got to run out there. I'm going to throw you the ball.
Maybe the horse will catch it.
No, really. I want you to run. You got to run out there and we'll throw you the ball.
I can't tell if you're serious or not.
Yeah. It's Super Bowl week. You're going to see the big game, and I want to see if I can throw a ball. So just run out there, and I'll see if I can hit you.
You gonna throw it through the sunroof?
Oh, no, I'm going to throw it out the window. I'm going to
All right.
Okay.
All right. Do my best.
Okay. Okay, Izzy.
Okay.
Here you go. Go long. Holy cow, cool.
Don't go away, MrTruck.tv. We'll be right back.
Hey, throw me the ball, Izzy!
Oh!
I wasn't ready!
Alright.
Look at all that leg room.
Yeah, we got plenty.
Cool, and you look like
Plenty
you're
of
comfortable. You
leg
put your hat on. Cool. Now this seat will fold down, but let's see what it's like to climb between the chairs.
Oh, right.
Because that sometimes is interesting to get to the back seat.
Yeah, no,
It's not so bad.
pretty easy. Plenty of room to get back here.
Now tell me what's on the back of this console.
On the back of this console, you can control your heat and your AC in the back seats, and there's also the heated seats in the back as well, and some HDMI ports, which is interesting, and some charging spots here.
Cool.
And then I think we also have a plug down here.
Oh yeah, 12 volt. Oh, that's not. It's 110, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, awesome.
Yep.
Cool. Now, I'm going to trip this lever. I think you trip it twice to get this over. So I want you to climb out the normal way. Oh, look at that. Now I'm supposed to hit it again, I think, to fold it down. And then, is there another? Oh yeah, pull that latch. I think that's the one that flips it all the way forward. There, look at that. Cool, now you got all kinds of room. There's seat belts for like, what, 3 back there, isn't there?
3 seat belts, 3 seats.
Awesome. You can put the whole family in here. Now, I bet it's going to be easier to climb out of here with that seat out of the way. Sorry for the noise. It's 70-mile-an-hour winds up on our way to Wyoming. Now, here's that middle row seat. I love those captain's chairs. They flip up. They actually roll into the ground, or they roll into the floor, so you can fold them in half and get more space. They line up to the back seats folded over. And then, actually the seat slides back and forth, which is so nice for adjustable leg room. And then, it'll all fold up. And it's got the folding armrest, which I really like. I've always liked those captain chairs with that. But they're big 12.5, 12.6-inch screens for the grandkids. We can figure out how to hook it up to a mini HDMI port. Oh yeah, the back end dual exhaust. Such a good looking dual exhaust. Now there's the Gen Y hitch we use every single time with the weight distributing hitch. But yeah, 2 tips on each side. It's pretty awesome. But yeah, and then the wind won't quit blowing, so it's really hard to do this with the wind. But anyway, there she's showing the hatch. Now there's my that's my tarp that I had over my winch that's on the trailer, and it blew off. So you know, it's terrible wind. Then underneath here there's a little compartment. You got your tools for changing your tire, and then you know, it's got the buttons to actually fold the seats down, and it'll fold down one at a time. Hold the button, both buttons, get them both down, and so you can get a lot of space out of this by folding these seats down, folding the middle row and the third row, and there you go. All kinds of room. I think it's just awesome. And the hatchback, there's several buttons to get to come down. One on the hatchback, one up in the console in the front. And these are 20-inch wheels. And these are really aggressive all-terrain tires. They did very well. I like the sipes they have in them. And we never had a problem with traction whatsoever. But, yeah, look at the little GMC label on that. Is that cool or what? That's coming out the back end of this puppy. Yeah, look at that. Awesome.
Alright, so you got your 4-wheel drive controls over here. You got automatic drive, 4 high, 4 low, or just 2 high. This over here just controls the lighting on your dash. Turn that up or down. And then you have your trailer brake on this side, which is a little different.
It's the wrong side.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Your HUD settings here. And then over here, we've got a lot of different buttons. Yeah. This turns on the
they're 110.
plug.
Yeah, you're right. That 110. You're right.
And then we have a 360 camera. We have the downhill.
Yeah, the hill descent. That's awesome.
That's just your beeper. If you're gonna hit something, you can turn that on or off.
Right.
Your lane control, and then an electric parking brake here.
Okay, awesome.
You can control your driving modes right here. They'll all be shown up on the dash. Okay, you got your normal drive mode, sport mode, the off-road, and then our tow haul mode here. Here we have the air suspension button there. You just click that and then everything will come up on the dash, maybe. Normal ground clearance, entry, exit, ground clearance, increased ground clearance, and
it's the switch. That needs a different switch.
Maximum ground clearance.
Yeah. Work on that, GM. That's not going to work.
Goodness.
Okay. There you go. That should do it. That's the exit, but it'll self-adjust itself, so we're fine. Okay. Well, we're heading back to town. 70-mile-an-hour winds. It makes it hard to do anything. Hard on the speakers, hard on the microphones. It just makes too much noise. So we got all around there and headed home. Catch some beautiful scenery in parts of Wyoming. And here's a picture of the gauge. It's only getting 8.3. Of course, 70-mile-an-hour winds. What do you expect? We're pulling 6,200 pounds. But 8.3 is about all a gas engine's going to do in those conditions with the wind. I love these phone chargers. We're getting spoiled on these. That is so cool. This has everything down in that hole. You have all your plug-ins for USB. That's cool.
Right down here, yep.
Yeah, and that's, you know, you guys know how to run all the rest of this stuff. Now, I want to get back to this, my top secret cool thing. So first, Izzy, you see that button in the middle? It's a switch.
Right here?
Yeah. Okay, now move that one way or the other. Okay, cool. Now move it back front. So now I got your finger. What's special about the center console? Oh, look at that. It's got a hidden compartment.
Goes way back there.
Now you can see back there that, you know, that's got the captain's chairs in the middle. Now their cup holder reaches them.
Very nice.
That's awesome. Okay, now what's special down there at the bottom? This is like Christmas.
Oh. Little secret handle.
Is that where you put your 45 or something? I have no idea. Isn't that cool? And then nobody can see it. And then see too, you can put stuff in there and then close the console. Nobody knows it's there.
Yeah, if you had cash or something and left the car.
Yeah, that is awesome.
I don't think anybody would find it.
Yeah, that is too sweet unless somebody has one of these cars or one of these things. But that's how that is. And, you know, you got the power motor, all that other stuff's in there. But you guys have seen that 100 times. And that middle knob, the round knob, what's that say on it?
That says max 3x4 off.
Yeah, and it looks like a picture of the hatch, the rear hatch.
Yeah, I think that opens your
Yeah, and that's cool where you can adjust it how
knob,
much.
so you can really adjust how much it's open.
Yeah, that's good. That's exactly what it does. Too cool. This is only open part way, but it is just too cool. Another wild adventure. I'll put the outside camera on after a while. But Izzy, was this your fourth video?
I believe so, yeah.
So you starting to like this stuff?
Fourth video, yeah. I'm starting to get better at it, I feel like.
Oh, you betcha, you betcha. But it's fun watching you back up and do all that crazy stuff. And then when your sister was on the last video, that was awesome.
Yeah. Haven't seen her in a while.
Yeah. And the wind, we're heading toward Wyoming. We'll see how far we get. But the wind, you know, February was our windy month. Now I guess it's going to show us that it still matters. It's blowing hard. I was watching trees blow a runaway up here, which I haven't seen that in a long time. It's just horrible. Fort Collins gets a lot of wind, and the canyon and all the way in Wyoming, of course, is windy. But this rascal, this 2022 GMC Yukon AT4, the off-road package, and this one, we're only towing 6,200 pounds. Because the maximum on this one, the way it's equipped, it looks like 7,700. It's a little harder to find out. But the interesting thing about this, and I've got it in tow haul mode, so we're all like what we're supposed to do. That'll help going downhill. It'll actually do some grade shifting on its own, help upshift it. And if we had time to go off-roading, this thing has hill descent and hill climb and all kinds of things, along with the skid plates and the all-terrain tires. These are great tires. And it has the special shocks. And the cool thing is it's got air ride, a 4-corner air suspension.
Cool.
Which I love it. And it's, I got it set about in the mid-range. If we were doing off-road, we'd shoot it up, and then it has the entry level where you drop it all the way down. And this is the smoothest riding truck I have been in.
Yeah, it's very luxury.
Yeah, and you'll, this is kind of a rough road, but you feel a difference in the way it's bouncing.
Yeah, definitely.
The Ram was 4-corner here last week, but this one, when I took it to my house, I live out in the middle of nowhere, and that last mile to the house is like a washboard stand, and it just bounces the crap out of you. And this thing just smooth. I could go as fast as I wanted to, just floated across it. I was so impressed with the ride. And I love adjustable ride. I think all trucks eventually will have air ride, just like semis.
Right.
It does so many things, whether it's off-road or towing or, you know, just having a better ride. So I hope the other truck manufacturers catch on to this. The GM has it in their SUVs, but they don't have it in their trucks yet. So I'm hoping they go do that next. How are these mirrors? They're not really big. They're not towing mirrors, but
No, they're not too big, but I can still see what I need to.
Yeah, the SUVs don't have much for mirrors, and they don't usually have a towing mirror option like the trucks do. But I can't figure this one out. It's to get to the maximum towing, you have to go two-wheel drive. Of course, we know how that works. And you have to drop down from a 6.2 to a 5.3. And it only gives you a few hundred more pounds advantage. But why? I want you guys to tell me that. I haven't figured that out yet. Why do they go to a smaller engine? It's not that much weight difference like they do with diesels. But why is this engine tow less than the small engine? I don't know. You got a theory on that?
I have no idea.
Well, I don't either. I don't understand. It makes no sense to me at all.
It doesn't make sense to me either.
Yeah. And that's
Interesting.
And this too, whenever you have a shot at it, nobody's coming, you can certainly accelerate and see what you think, because this is a powerful engine. It's one of my favorite
This
GMs.
way?
That Poudre Canyon, if that's what you want to do, otherwise 287 straight.
Yeah, we can go straight, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know if we
Trying
can
to
hide from
avoid
that.
the wind, but I don't think.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking earlier, but I can't tell if Poudre Canyon looks like it mostly goes west. If it goes north, we might have a chance. If it goes south, we might have a chance, but I don't think so. I think this is as good as it's going to get. At least we don't have a real tall trailer, otherwise it'd be whipping us all over the place. But yeah, accelerate whenever you want to, just to get a feel for the throttle. I'm going to try to do some grade shifting after a while. Hear the thunder of the V8?
Yeah. A lot of power.
That is really good.
420 horsepower. 460 torque.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
It is. That's great torque, and it's usually a great towing machine. But 7,700 is not magnificent. 8,400 is good. But if you really want to tow at the heavy loads, you're going to have to go to a stripped down model and a two-wheel drive. But that's not what we want to do. We want all the toys. This has a lot of toys to show you. Yeah, and then like you just talked about, 420 horsepower and 460 torque. Now think about that with a 5.3, it's 355 horsepower and 383 torque. So there's quite a drop there on torque.
I'm gonna grab my glasses. That sun's kind of hurting my eyes.
You need help?
I got it. Oh, that wind.
No, the wind's bad. And
Really pushing me around the road.
yeah, it's not blowing. We don't hear it much in the cab. You can hear it, but it's not loud. They have pretty well insulated cabs. Sunglasses, huh?
Yeah. Try to do without them, but
Well, you're doing fine.
my eyes are just hurting.
The Super Bowls, we have a football, so we're going to do something. We're going to play catch.
Okay.
If we don't lose the ball in the wind, it may fly off to Wyoming, who knows. But yeah, we got to get rid of the Super Bowl. Now, wait a minute. It's the Bengals versus the Rams. Which one's your team?
Neither, honestly.
You don't like either one? Well, I don't either, but I still got to pick one. I'm going with the Bengals, but what do I know? They got
Yeah.
they got an impressive quarterback like they all are, and they start out that good. It's going to be a good season of the lifetime of playing football. I mean, he may not be in their 40s like whatchamacallit, but they can have. This is his only second season. He's in a Super Bowl. That's almost like the guy from Kansas City. He got in there right off the bat. And this is rated at 19 miles per gallon on the highway. That's not outstanding, but for what this weighs and how big it is, it's probably pretty good. I think you can get this in a diesel. It's Duramax inline 6, which gives you better fuel mileage. This is rated 14 in the city. 2-speed transfer case. You got automatic 4-wheel drive, which I use. We all snowstorms this week, and I use that quite often. But this has got a really cool suspension system besides the airbags in all 4 corners. It's got a magnetic ride. You ever heard of that?
No, I haven't. What is that?
Well, that was a big thing in the Cadillacs 20 years ago, where they put metal flakes in the shock absorber, and they used magnets to, go after those metal flakes and actually make the oil thicker or thinner.
Oh,
So that would change the way the ride was.
Right.
And there's still something like that they're using now. They have a lot of different systems they're using. So all that automatically works, but it's supposed to actually change the setting on that shock 1,000 times a second. I can't even count 1,000 times in a second. How in the world? I mean, that's microseconds. That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's new technology. And this truck last year, before they had this engine in it, was Motor Trend's Truck of the Year.
Oh.
I always like to see what Motor Trend's up to because they've got they can pick some pretty good trucks. But it's a pretty good value. It's under 80,000.
Too bad.
It's 79,175.
That seems a little high to me.
Yeah,
Just a
for an
little bit, yeah.
When you get into Escalade Cadillacs, they're over 100,000.
Yeah,
Lincoln
that's
Navigators,
true.
they're over 100,000. But yeah, it is. It's getting harder and harder to adjust these high prices. And two will show you will show the shifting for the regular shifting. It's a 10-speed, and it's really a weird shifter. It's push button. That's getting to be the thing. They kept coming out with different ones. You know, whether it's a knob or this one. A lot of them, like Honda Ridgeline, several of them have a push button thing.
Push button? I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, I think the Pathfinder from Nissan has that too.